Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. This is Michelle Reads YA. Exactly 1 year ago today, I posted Husband Chooses My TBR. This is the husband. So I've decided once again to do Casselman Chooses My TBR, the sequel. So I was not here and he chose 6 books off my 6 bookshelves. And was there any rhyme or reason to these books?
Well, I would just say I'd never heard of any of them, so they all must be good.
Okay, so let's get down to which books I'm reading and then we will get into the vlog. The first one is If You Come Softly by Jacqueline Woodson. This is a very well-known book that you obviously don't know. Jeremiah is black, Ellie is white and Jewish. Their worlds are so different, but to them that's not what matters. To them the only thing that matters is being together. Unfortunately to others the only thing that matters is keeping them apart. This is very short. It doesn't have an audiobook. I'll probably read this first. The next one I am very excited about. I've heard very good things about, and that is Birthday by Meredith Russo. This also doesn't have an audiobook, so I will be reading it physically. Eric, there was the day we were born, there was a minute Morgan and I decided we were best friends for life. The years we stuck by each other's side, but sometimes I worry that Morgan and I won't be best friends forever. So from what I know, these two teens were like born on the same day and they like meet up on the day of their birthday every year. That's all I know. I've heard very good things about it. That's all that matters. I just got the audiobook for this one, and that's Wilder Girls by Rory. I have heard so many mixed things about this one, but I love the cover. And is it horror? I don't know. Let's find out. It's been 18 months since the Rexter School for Girls was put under quarantine. Since the talks hit and pulled Hetty's life out from under her. It started slow. First the teachers died one by one, then it began to infect the students, turning their bodies strange and foreign. Ooh, cool. I don't know, I just got the audiobook. We'll see. This has been on my shelf literally for forever. So this doesn't have an audiobook. It started with Goodbye by Christina June. I don't know anything about this, so that's probably a good pick. Tatum, Elsie is bracing for the worst summer of her life. After being falsely accused of a crime, she's stuck under stepmother-imposed house arrest and her BFF's gone radio silent. Tatum fills her newfound free time with community service by day and working at her covert graphic design business at night, which includes trading emails with a cute cello-playing client. This honestly sounds like a Michelle book, so yeah. I got the audiobook for this one and it's like 20 hours long. I know. And that's In the Woods by Tana. I have not read anything by this author yet, so that's good. These are all women authors? Congrats. Good job.
On purpose.
Nice. The debut novel of an astonishing new voice and psychological suspense. In Tana French's powerful debut thriller, 3 children leave their small Dublin neighborhood to play in the surrounding woods. Hours later, their mother's calls go unanswered. When the police arrive, they find only one of the children gripping a tree trunk in terror, wearing blood-filled sneakers and unable to recall a single detail of the previous hours. Cool. That sounds good. Hopefully it delivers. And the last one, which I'm very excited about, I got the audiobook for, which should be good because this is in verse. This is Shout by Laurie Halse Anderson. This is the sequel to Speak. So, very excited for this one. And it's in verse, which is awesome. And I just, you know, we love to see it. I should reread Speak. No. That's not part of the thing. When she was 13 years old, Laurie Halse Anderson was a shy, bookish girl who was raped by a boy she trusted. Today, she's known as the New York Times bestselling author of Speak and many other novels, a 2-time National Book Award nominee, and advocate and activist. In this powerful and searing book of free verse, Anderson tells a story she's never shared publicly before. Super excited for this one. So this is the TBR. I have 2 books that I am currently reading physically, and it takes me forever to do that now, but whatever. And then I will read the 3 books that I have to read physically, probably this one first. And I have 20 audiobooks out, so I will be getting to those audiobooks as soon as possible. But this was just the introduction. Casselman Chooses My TBR, the sequel. Okay, so I am starting Shout by Laurie Halse Anderson on audiobook. It's super short and I'm really excited because she reads it. So I always love that. That's my favorite. I'm hoping to finish it today. So it's more of a memoir about her story when she was raped, and I just finished it, and she said that she was raped. I mean, started it. What? She said that she was raped 25 years ago. So that's what I'm starting now. I'm starting Shout for the Casselman Chooses My TBR, the sequel. Okay, so I finished Shout, and it was great. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. I love that she narrated it. I love the context of the book. It was a memoir about her childhood, when she was raped, when she started writing her books, and she writes all of her books from experience, which are all great. My favorite part is she talks about periods, and she said it shouldn't be called a period, it should be an exclamation, and I don't know, I just really like that. So this was a good first book. I really liked it. I definitely recommend the audiobook because she narrates it, so I'm always about that. The next book I'm going to start is In the Woods by Tana French. I don't know much about this except that it is this author's debut, so that's it. That's all I know. Okay, so I am 37% into In the Woods. I keep trying to say Into the Woods, which is wrong. Okay, In the Woods. It's so slow. I cannot believe I'm only 37% into this fucking audiobook. It's just really slow, and I know that the detective is like important, but I don't give a fuck about him. So, and he's like all about himself, very much talking about himself. I only care about the murder, and I understand that they're connected, but also I don't care. So he just like started talking about what happened to him when he was 12, and I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not impressed. I'm not gonna DNF it because I just have to sit there and listen to it. So like, you know, I want to finish it, but God, it's like pulling teeth. It's very slow. It's so slow. So I don't know. Oh, I tried to listen to it at 3 times speed. No, because of the accent. And then 2 times was too slow. So I'm back at 2.5. So that's fine, but it just feels like it's going so slow. Ugh. So I DNF'd In the Woods. Not good. Not for me. Not a book for me. Several things. I was listening to it and was also on Twitter and was not listening to it. So that's never a good sign. Usually I am in like audiobook mental space and that's just it. But no, I was on Twitter. So no, this audiobook was recorded in 2007, and I know that because they told me that in the beginning, and you can literally hear him flipping the pages, which I just thought was really funny, so that took me out of it a lot. Also just like truly did not care about this book, so yeah, no, not for me. So that was the first casualty of Casselman Chooses My TBR, but that's okay. That's okay. Okay, I'm 14% into Wilder Girls, so just started. And they live like on this island where this tox has started, and they're affected and they're in quarantine for like 1.5 years. And the main girl has something wrong with her eye, and I don't like eyes. Eyes creep me out. Don't like it. And there was like very large description about like stitches in her eyes. No thank you. So now I remember this is like a sapphic horror, so we'll see. I like horror, obviously like queer, but we'll see, because I was not expecting that. I'm like sitting there listening, and my husband is feeding my son, and I'm just like, ew, oh my god, ew, and he's like, so we'll see. Not a fan. I made it 64% into Wilder Girls before I decided to DNF that shit. It actually started pretty well, like my update last night with the whole eye thing. Like, I was very intrigued. And it went downhill pretty fast. Like, the premise, excellent. The execution, awful. And I was reading some Goodreads reviews about this book, and that's what a lot of people said. I just like felt nothing. It was not worth listening to another 3 hours of this book. And I heard the ending sucks anyway, and I don't care about it. So, Casselman Project DNF number 2, Wilder Girls. Okay, so for the Casselman Chooses My TBR project, I just started, it started with Goodbye by Christina June. I am 69 pages into this. I forgot what it was about, but it is like a Cinderella retelling, so, I don't know, it's fine. I'm probably definitely going to finish it. When I worked at the library, I did a webinar. I did a ton of webinars about YA books, and I remember this one specifically being like called clean YA is what they refer to it as. So there's no like cursing or sex or anything like that, which is completely fine. Like there's a lot of that in YA that I read and enjoy. I just like this like stuck out with me for some reason. So I'm liking it so far. It's definitely a Cinderella retelling. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. This is the only one that didn't have an audiobook, so I'm reading it physically. Okay, I'm 145 pages into It Started With Goodbye. I'm liking it. You know, it's not the most interesting plot. It's a Cinderella retelling. So, you know, we've all read that, know that. So it's not like super original, but the writing is pretty good and I'm invested, and I can only read about 50 pages a night and then I have to go to bed like an old person. But I'm liking it. Okay. I'm starting If You Come Softly for the Casselman project. It is a 4-hour audiobook, so I will hopefully finish it today. It is a Romeo and Juliet retelling. I believe the main male character is black and the main female character is white. So, and it was published, I think, over 30 years ago now. So, I'm very excited for it. It's pretty famous and popular, even though Casselman said he'd never heard of it, but you know how it goes. Okay, so I just finished If You Come Softly by Jacqueline Woodson, and goodness gracious, this book was so short. I finished it so fast, but it was so good. I'm trying to think because the ending was so abrupt, but I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna give it 5 stars. This was amazing. So it was a Romeo and Juliet retelling with a biracial couple. I believe they were both 15, and it was just good. Like, this should have been required reading for me in high school. That's how good it was. So, excellent. 5 stars. 5 stars. So I have 2 5 stars and 2 DNFs, right? Yeah, okay, going well. Okay, so I finished It Started With Goodbye last night, and I am going to give it 3 stars. Clean is the perfect way to describe this book. There was absolutely no cussing, which fine. It was like very chaste, and they like hugged and held hands, and there was one kiss. It was just clean is perfect. It was so clean. It was like, but she wasn't like a goody two-shoes. Like in the very beginning of the book, she gets in trouble and she gets arrested. So like, she's not a goody two-shoes. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like she was perfect or whatever. And it was good. It was good. It was like a little cheesy. It was Cinderella retelling. It was cheesy, but like, it was good. Also, the diversity in this, amazing. The main character is white, but her stepsister and stepmother are Latina, and the love interest is mixed. So it was diverse as fuck. 3 stars. You know, I had a good time reading this. It was super short. It still took me like a week to read physically because I suck, but you know, wasn't bad. I enjoyed my time. I'm so mad. I've been waiting for this audiobook for a couple months now, and this is 2 perspectives and it's 1 narrator. Why? I'm not going to listen to that. So I will be starting physically reading this probably tomorrow, and then I will keep you updated. This is the one I'm like the most excited for. I read the first chapter because I thought it was going to be 2 narrators, but it's not. That's fucking stupid. Lazy. So I'll be starting this, I guess, at chapter 2 tomorrow. Fuck. Okay, so I'm about halfway through Birthday by Meredith Russo, and I'm loving it. I will say, the author uses the F word, not fuck, the other F word, a lot, and I definitely can see how this can be triggering for anyone, really, in the queer community. So, like, that has taken me aback a bit. Otherwise, it is very heavy. So it starts when Eric and Morgan are both 13 and they're best friends. And right now I'm about to read them on their 16th birthday. So, and I think it goes to 18. So I have 3 more years, but it's good. It's heavy. It's a heavy one, but like I'm flying through it for me physically reading because I don't do that anymore. But it's very good, and I'm hoping to finish it within the next couple of days, but I'm halfway through, so I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so last night I finished Birthday and loved it. 5 stars. That's my son in the background. Excuse that. This project went really well. I think better than last time. I am going to do a wrap up with Casselman so we can talk about the books together, but 5 stars. I recommend this book for, like, literally everyone. It was just very good. So good. So yes, we match. Whatever. This is the wrap-up of Casselman Chooses My TBR, the sequel. So, let's go from the beginning. So, Shout, I read a very long time ago, but I gave it 5 stars. So, congratulations.
Thank you.
I like this a lot. It was a memoir told in verse, so I liked it a lot. The next one was In the Woods by Tana French, and I DNF'd this one. Yeah.
It's not cool.
No, it was not for me. I listened to the audiobook and no, so that's a no. The next one was Wilder Girls by Rory Power, and I also DNF'd this one because I just had no idea what was going on. So the next one, I think, it started with Goodbye by Christina June, and I gave this 3 stars. Not bad at all. It was a Cinderella retelling, and it was a clean way, which is where they don't like cuss.
Awesome.
So not really usually my thing, but it was cute overall, so I gave it 3 stars. The next one was If You Come Softly by Jacqueline Woodson, the one that you thought no one had ever heard of, but it's actually really famous. Anyway, I gave this 5 stars. This was a very short audiobook, but very impactful, so yes. And then lastly was Birthday by Meredith Russo, and this was probably my favorite out of all of them. This was another 5-star. It's been a couple of days since I finished it, and I'm like still thinking about this one, so I highly recommend this one. Like I said in my vlog post, it uses the F word a lot, not fuck, that one's fine, but the other F word a lot, which I was not prepared for. So like for my queer folk out there, it's a rough one. It's rough. So just know that. There's also trigger warnings for a lot of things: alcohol abuse, suicide, the F word. Just like, it's heavy. It was really heavy, but heavy YA contemporary is my main jam. So like, I made it through. It was really good. This was 5 stars. So overall, I would say that you did a very good job.
Thank you. Shopping
my shelves, and I am impressed that I only DNF'd 2 out of the 6, and then everything else got like very, very high ratings. So we'll do it again next year, okay?
I can't wait.
I can't wait either. Okay, thanks for watching my video. See you in my next one. Bye!